Welcome to the Happy Humanoid's Perspective, where your beliefs are challenged, thoughts provoked, and where you may find your happy place whether you like it or not.
And here are your hosts, Edith and Miles. Woohoo!
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our show. We are the Happy Humanoids, and this is show number 013. Topic for our show 13. Topic for our show today is the sweetness of joy that money can't resist.
Hello, everyone. I am Edith, certified Access Consciousness certified facilitator, and I have the pleasure to work on that show with my husband.
Hello. Also a certified facilitator of Access Consciousness.
And your name is?
Miles. Yes.
Yeah. Before the show, I was asking question about, okay, joy. What would you like people to know about you? What is it that you would like? What is the message? And what I receive as a perception is, hey, I am natural. I am not against you. I am in you. The joy is part of the being that we truly be. Do you function from joy into your life? Do you function from, if you function from joy, whatever you do in your life, you appreciate, and whatever you create, if you function from joy, you appreciate everything that you do, or you appreciate every area of your life. Is it really the case now? So everything that is, will you uncreate and destroy it all times a godzillion?
Right, wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds.
And then I ask myself, what is it, from which space do people function if they don't function from joy? And what I received as a perception was, wow, people function from habit, function from the autopilot of decision that make them decision answers. We function in this reality from answers. And these answer is about having the right thing to do, the right thing to say. And in doing this right thing, does that work for you? Does that create more joy into your life? I remember I had this wonderful job, well, in this reality, wonderful job with a wonderful income, beautiful car, the beautiful apartment. And I was ready to leave the planet. Why? Because I was functioning from that space of always being right. I do the right thing. I do the right, always, and the right answer. I was trying to find the right answer until I find access, and everything changed after that. But
you got a better offer.
Yeah. Yeah. So everywhere you function from trying to find the answer of the right thing to do, the right thing to say, or will you now uncreate and destroy it all times a godzillion?
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Yeah.
Would you like to add something?
Are you doing well?
Oh, okay.
You're on a roll.
Yeah. And the thing that came up too is joy is part of the being that we truly be. So how much obligation do you have in your life? Do you choose to have, and do you choose to choose instead of choosing joy? So everything that is, will you uncreate and destroy it all times a godzillion?
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. You know, Gary talks about joy in this reality and says it's not really a welcomed experience, or not really a welcome energy, because it's not really promoted. And I've recognized that in my life, how when I'm in a situation where I am upset, I'm in trauma and drama, and I know that I have the choice. I am aware that I have the choice. And there's still a resistance that is like, you know, sometimes I would just rather be pissy and just rather be upset. And yet there's the choice of like, well, I could be happy. I could choose joy in that moment. And everything is better when I choose the joy of something. It's like just in one instant, you know, my life shifts in that one instant. And it's just a resistance of not choosing it. You know, it's really just a choice, like Gary says. And yeah, there's something there that's like it's embedded in this society that joy is not recognized as an appropriate action. It's like when people are very joyful or they're laughing a lot, and like yeah, there's just some, and I feel that within myself sometimes when there's people that are really having a good time or whatever. There's this kind of resistance in me that I've been programmed, I guess, from lifetimes or some beliefs or points of view that I buy into for a moment. I'm like, oh, okay, now there's a point where I'm resisting joy. You know, that's just so weird. But it's kind of this reality. That's really what is accepted. You know, if you're happy, then you know, like movies. Movies are a great example, or books about if someone's a happy soul and they're going through life and everything's great. It's really not very interesting. But if someone has a lot of trauma and drama and strife and there's a lot of conflict, and that's a bestseller. You know, people want to see that there's something that people acknowledge about lack of joy and not joy. And so, what would it take for us to live from a different dynamic, a different paradigm, and choose joy as our first responder, and always have joy as our right-hand man, and there's present from that perspective. And everything that doesn't allow that, destroy and uncreate all that times a godzillion.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and puck, all nine shorts, pause and beyonds. Yeah, choosing to have joy into our life is choosing to be different. Okay?
Yeah.
Choosing to be totally different. And if you want to get your reality as it is, as you are, I could say, your reality as the being as you truly be, you have to allow yourself to not exist in this reality.
Mm-hmm.
The reality that we live in, you have to allow yourself to not exist, because it doesn't exist. We don't see so many. How many people do you see around you that are happy?
Mm-hmm.
How many?
Not so many.
No, there are not.
Mm-hmm.
So joy is about choosing it. It's not something, even if it's part of our being, we have to choose it. We have to choose it. We have to feed it. We have to water it, if like a plant.
Yeah.
And yeah. So what is going to take to have joy? If you are in a space where you're not so in joy, what's going to take here for me to have joy? What's going to take to get to that option and possibility of being joy and having joy into my life? And everything that doesn't allow that will you create and destroy it all times a godzillion.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds.
And all the vows, oaths, swearing, cumulaties, fealties, commitment, promises, contract you made in all times, dimensions, spaces, and realities that keep you in this energy of duty, this energy of I have to, this energy of obligation. And everywhere where you desire to finish all of that you had the mission to accomplish before being the joy, will you now create and destroy at all times a godzillion.
Right, wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. It's like referring the joy till later. It's like waiting. It's like postponing choosing joy. You know, there's something about that we have to continue to choose it. It's like when I had said that I had the response of like resistance to joy. It's continuing to for me, continuing to choose it and choose it and choose it and choose it. Because every day I wake up, there's some resistance that I have to live my life even better than yesterday. So I face that resistance, and it's just a choice. You know what? It's just all a choice to choose it and nourish it, and like you said, Edith, to grow and care for it.
Yeah, yeah, and it's about, yeah, it's like being grateful. This is like a because joy is a capacity, and at the same time is a part of the being that we truly be. What if it's about choosing it? So everything that doesn't allow you to choose joy into your life, and all the programming that is in place that prevent you from choosing joy, will you now uncreate and destroy it all times a godzillion.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. What do you love about no joy that refuses the invitation of money in your living? Talking about joy, money follows joy. So everything that is, destroy and uncreate all that times a godzillion.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. The thing is, and when you add joy to your life gets easier. And after that, you get more space into your life, and money comes from, you don't know why you receive more money. Have you ever tried that? Have you ever tried? Because in excess, money follows joy. Are you waiting to have the money to have joy? That's not the way it works. It's about being the joy first, choosing the joy first, and then the money will come. So everywhere you are waiting for all the situation in your life to be in a certain way for you to choose joy, will you now uncreate and destroy it all times a godzillion.
Right, wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So what need for pain, suffering, and glory are you choosing to not create the living of joy with money you could be choosing? And everything that is, we destroy and uncreate all that times a godzillion.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And a way to be joy is about, MTVSS, if you did either the body process or you did foundation level 1, by receiving MTVSS at least 20 times on your body, it will shift your body to being more joy and less suffering. Or are you a person, since you are in access or in your life, that you do all the processes, you do the bars, you do the class, all of light, continuities, joy and glory, and all of that. You do all of that, and you do a lot. Is there a moment in your life where you allow yourself to be? Well, and when you do, where are you? The being that you truly be, where are you in this? So everything that is, will you uncreate and destroy it all times a godzillion?
Right, wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds.
Yeah. So what energy would you have to be today to create your entire life as ease, joy, and glory, and huge amounts of money? And everything that doesn't allow that, will you uncreate and destroy it all times a godzillion?
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds.
Yeah. I am in a process lately where I allow myself to choose different, to choose to live my life, my everyday life differently. I used to be very focused on, hey, I have a business, I have to work every hour, every minute of the day. I cannot do anything during the day that is joyful for me because, hey, it's serious, I'm in business.
It's work time.
Yeah, it's work time. And lately, I am more attracted. Hey, what about if I behave differently? What about if I am not as hard on myself as I used to? What about if I allow myself to have joy? Like today, I went for a walk. We went to get some vegetable for our smoothie. And before, I would have felt like so contracted. I have to come back to work. But it was like, hey, It's beautiful outside. It's cool. It's warm. I like warmth. So yeah, I enjoy. So what would it take for you to allow yourself to choose activity that you enjoy? You know, that kind of activity. Okay, and everything that doesn't allow that will you create and destroy it all times a godzillion.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, online shorts, boys and beyonds.
Yeah, that kind of activity where you're losing the notion of time. The kind of activity where you don't think about something else. That's the kind of activities that will probably nourish your being. Yeah. And what will your life be if you had more of that? If you had, yeah. What is the percentage that you have right now in your life of that kind of activity? So everything that is, will you uncreate and destroy it all times a godzillion?
Yes, right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, online shorts, boys and beyonds.
And what would it take for you to choose? It's about choosing here. Hey, I'm going to try that. I'm going to do it. I'm going to choose to have more time to enjoy my life, to choose activities that nourishes my body, that nourishes my being. What do you have to lose when you do this? What if it was limitation? What if what you lose is limitation, is conclusion, is decision? Yeah, and everything that is and everything that doesn't allow that, will you create and destroy it all times a godzillion?
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, online shorts, boys and beyonds. There's a sense of expansion when you do something that's joyful, even though you may not have figured out how it's going to make money for yourself. You know, it's like, it's not about the figuring out part. It's really not to say to give up on the things that are making you money now. It's just adding to your life something that you really enjoy. And that expansion, that expansive energy creates more for you with your work as well. You know, maybe you'll get more clients or you'll sell more product or whatever it is that your business is. It's not about focusing just on the work, because it's very contracted, and not necessarily, but it's just, if you focus just on work, there's not much room for like just experiencing the joy along the way. You know, you've heard of a lot of the people who work their whole life and then they retire, and then they basically their life ends because they have nothing that they're not accustomed to enjoying their life. They're accustomed to doing. And when people stop their job or their work, they maybe haven't prepared for joy. And why not start now and make that the priority, and then the work or the money or the income comes with that. So everything that doesn't allow you to have joy as your first approach and lead your day with joy as the torch of your day, the guidance in which you move through your day, destroy it and uncreate all that times a godzillion.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Have you ever received the vibrancy of joy? What about right now? You allow yourself to receive the vibrancy of joy. And everything that doesn't allow that, will you create and destroy it all times a godzillion?
It's getting lighter in here. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, online shorts, boys and beyonds.
Yeah. And when we function from joy, we function from consciousness. Believe it or not. It's interesting, eh?
Yeah.
When we don't function from joy, do we function from unconsciousness? So are we unconscious most of the time? When people in this lifetime, are people, yeah, in this lifetime, in this reality, do people function from consciousness? No. And they don't function from joy. They don't function from, people are unaware. and they want to stay in their life, and they want to follow, and yeah, and they are at the service of their mental, of their thoughts, or their feeling, or their emotion. Choosing joy is about going beyond this, choosing much bigger for you. Instead of living your life from thoughts, feeling, emotion, choosing joy is like going beyond it and looking at this, yeah. I have thoughts, feeling, emotion. First, are they mine? No, I return to sender. And if they're mine, do I want to destroy and uncreate them all? It's about becoming this presence with ourselves that make us choose. So everything that doesn't allow you, and everywhere you have been under the word that comes, strike. Is it possible? The strike of your emotion, the strike of your thought, the strike of your feeling. Is it the right word? No, the spell, thank you. Under the spell of your thoughts, feeling, and emotion, will you now uncreate and destroy it all times a godzillion?
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pocket, online, shorts, boys and beyonds. Is it time for an absurd commercial?
Oh, yes.
Let's take a moment to listen to a message from our sponsor.
Are you tired of not losing the weight that seems to hang on for lifetimes? Does the idea of walking on a treadmill make you tired? Introducing Exorcism Exercises, the ancient art of aerobic exorcism. In this
We don't hear it.
No.
You will learn to spin, shake, twirl on the floor, and hang from the ceiling. Not only will you reduce your weight, you can also...
Can you begin it, because we have not...
Your fat cells. If you are not afraid of windows slamming shut, high winds,
Can hear nothing.
or levitating...
Well, just a bit, but can you begin it at the beginning? Begin it at the...
Relaxing your own perspiration and vomit. As you have the sense of
That's okay.
lightness. Using exorcism exercises may result in loss of weight, friends, social status, credibility. Excessive use of exorcism exercises.
Okay, I guess you'll redo it. Can you redo it?
That's okay.
Exercises, the fitness series that uses demons to help you lose weight. Look for it now in the dark corners of the world.
That's okay.
What would it take? Can we listen it before the end of the show?
Well, we won't have much time, so I don't want to...
Oh yeah, we like this.
Oh, you like
Yeah.
to hear that?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
I didn't hear it today, so I don't know what it is.
Okay, let me try again.
Are you tired of not losing the weight that seems to
Anything?
hang on for lifetimes? Does the idea...
Can you hear it now?
Yeah. Well, could you put it more louder? To have it louder?
Are you tired of not losing the weight that seems to hang on for lifetimes? Does the idea of walking on a treadmill make you tired? Introducing Exorcism Exercises, the ancient art of aerobic exorcism. In this exciting DVD series, you will learn to spin, shake, twirl on the floor, and hang from the ceiling. Not only will you reduce your weight, you can also say goodbye to those demons, ghosts, and entities permeating your fat cells. If you are not afraid of windows slamming shut, high winds inside your home, or levitating furniture, this program could be for you. Sweat out those unwanted guests in your body and relax in your own perspiration and vomit as you have the sense of euphoric lightness. Using exorcism exercises may result in loss of weight, friends, social status, credibility. Excessive use of exorcism exercises may also result in lowering property value, personal property damage. Use at your own risk. Exorcism Exercises, the fitness series that uses demons to help you lose weight. Look for it now in the dark corners of the world.
Couldn't hear so much, huh?
No, not so much.
Okay.
Not so much. It will be next week.
Yeah,
We will have the chance to. Okay. Okay, cool. Cool. Yeah. What if your priority for having money was just to change realities? How many realities are you not changing by the money you're not willing to receive? And changing realities, what if choosing joy by including joy into your life would allow you to receive more, and everything that doesn't allow that, will you now uncreate and destroy it all times a godzillion?
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pocket, online, shorts, boys and beyonds.
Mm-hmm. And one of the things, if you want to receive more, well, if you want to receive more, it's about asking questions to the universe, of course, and address your question to the universe directly. Universe, what would it take for me to have more than enough money and too much to spend? Universe, what would it take for me to live joy today, to be joy today, to choose joy with ease? And everything that doesn't allow that, well, you know, and create and destroy it all times a godzillion.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pocket, online shorts, boys and beyonds.
Yeah. And yeah, would you like to add something, Miles?
No, I just got a couple of clearings I can read here that I had
Okay.
written down. What contribution of joy are you refusing that will increase your money flows you could be choosing? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pocket, online shorts, boys and beyonds. Let's see, I think I read that one before, didn't I? What energy, space, and consciousness can you and your body be to bathe in the sweetness of joy for all eternity? And everything that doesn't allow that, destroy and uncreate all that times godzillion.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds.
Mm-hmm.
And if you would like, I found this article, this tool very interesting. If you would like to find whatever creates the lack of money or the less of money that you would like to have. Well, the less of money that you have is to write a novel of no money, which means that in your novel you have access to you see the money around you, you don't own it, you don't get it, but it can be all around you. You know, like someone who works in a bank who can play with the money, but it's not his or theirs. So yeah, write that, and at the end, it must be a joyful end, where the joyful is about not having money. And maybe you will find some of the limitation of some of your creation or whatever keeps you in that space where you don't create the money. That's another way to have access to all these thoughts that are stuck in our unconscious mind. Yeah. So other question you can ask, what will create the most? I'm about preparing here a teleseries with other facilitator in French. And we ask, how do we create that? By asking questions and becoming aware of what if we make that choice, what will it be created? So if I choose this, like we had to choose the time, if we choose this time, like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 8:30, and we see whatever creates more. Yeah, we are 5, so are we going to be there, 5 of us together, or well, some of them have different schedule. So yeah, it's all about asking questions for everything in your life and get the awareness of if I choose this, what will my life be in 5 years? Because if you continue to function on autopilot, guess what? You're gonna create the same thing over and over again. If your life is like the same, if your life is like the same, well, it's because you probably function, you function from your thoughts, feeling, and emotion. You don't function from awareness, you don't function from consciousness. Because thoughts, feeling, emotion are not part of consciousness. So all the autoresponder and all the crash autoresponder that you have that prevent you from choosing joy or from choosing something different from what you live right now, will you now uncreate and destroy it all times a godzillion.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pocket, all night shorts, boys and beyonds.
And something you can do too, ask everything that is in your house, your condo, your apartment, ask, will you contribute to my life? And this way, by asking this, because everything has a consciousness, everything on this planet. And if this thing doesn't desire or is not interested in contributing into your life, why to keep it? So that's a great way to see whatever you have in your house, if they can contribute to your life. Yeah, because and every time, and when you buy something, will you make me money? And by asking that question again and again and over again, even if it's your fruit, your vegetables, your food, if I buy you, will you make me money? What you're about saying to the universe, it's about, oh, she's interested in receiving here. And by choosing whatever brings more. So it opened up for you to receive more as well. So yeah. Anything else you would like to add, Miles? It's already 30 minutes.
Yeah, it's already at our end of the show here. So next week, we're going to see, you'll see us again together. The title of the next week's show is Reaction, the Distraction from Awareness and Choice. So it's about thinking that reaction is actually moving forward and choosing something, and that reaction is just more staying the same. It's not actually creating something different. So we'll talk about that next week. And also, if you can find out more about our services and products on happyhumanoids.com. And also the podcast show notes will be on the happyhumanoids.com in the podcast page, and look for us there. And the clearing statement, if you don't already know what it is, it's on the frequently asked questions page on our podcast, on our website, or you can go to the clearingstatement.com, and Dane has a very nice video you can watch there as well. So bye for now, and we'll see you next week. Same bat channel, same bat time.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, everyone. Hey, and if you would like to receive the MTVSS, you took the class and you would like to make exchange, yeah, we do exchange every 2 weeks.
Yep.
So if you want to join us, we'll be more than delighted to welcome you.
Check our
Thank you, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening, and please give us a honk of support by subscribing, commenting, and sharing the show with your friends. Or, if you didn't like the show, please share it with your enemies.
See you later.
Bye, everyone.